Welcome to the Ring and All Other Sports. My name is Leo Connors and I'm your host. And tonight, I got a very special guest, former professional wrestler, Sonny D. Sonny, thank you so much for coming on.
Me, Leo.
Real quick, I just want to dedicate this show to my cousin, Justin Clement, who passed away last Monday. Justin, you're a great kid, man. We're going to miss you. I love you. Peace, buddy. Sonny, let's get right into it. There's a lot to talk about. Where'd you grow up?
East Providence.
East Providence, okay.
It's in Rhode Island.
Yep. When did you first see pro wrestling?
Fifth grade on television. Saturday afternoons, Saturday mornings, 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock shows type deal.
Nice.
Pretty good. WWE.
Right. Now, were your friends or family into it, or did you, find it on your own?
I think my father was into it at the beginning.
Yeah.
When he had time, but I'm not too sure. And then I just stuck with it with what I saw. And
right. Yeah. What about your friends that you hung out with? Did they like it, or did you turn them on to it?
I never asked them.
Yeah.
I always watched it at home with myself.
Right.
It was first thing in the morning, and then first thing, and then soon after that, go out and play.
Right. Nice. When did you decide you wanted to be a pro wrestler? Was that early on in your life, or was it later?
When I wanted to be
Yeah.
one, that would be much later.
Yeah.
It would be in the 90s. My brother-in-law at the time asked me if I wanted to join up with him and be his tag team partner, and I said, no, I'm living in wherever I was living.
Right.
Too far away. I cannot make that distance. I can't make that drive. That'd be ridiculous. So, all right. A few months later, I'll say 8 months later, he asked me, I'm still living too far away. I finally moved back to the area. He says, you want to come and join me, be my partner? I said, sure. I had nothing else to do.
Wow. Now, who's your brother-in-law?
Stacy Lopes, Inferno.
Okay. Yeah, Inferno. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. We're going to get into that soon, pretty much real soon. Who trained you? Was it?
Well, it would be with the NEWA, but unofficially, I was trained by Vin Rattay.
Okay.
Stacy
Lopes,
and a fellow named Steve. They trained me on the grass by where they were living in East Providence, and they said, no, you're going to learn how to do a lot of this stuff before we bring you to NEWA, because we want you in the ring as soon as possible. I said, you know what it's like taking a bump on grass?
Well, I can imagine.
It hurts.
Yeah, I bet it does.
And then from there, it brought me into NEWA. NEWA had practice, I think it was twice or sometimes 3 times a week. I would go there, and then it was just a group of the NEWA guys.
Right.
All worked together, helping each other train, helping each other learn. Eventually, they brought in the Mountie to help train.
Okay, Jack Trudeau?
No, the local guy.
Okay.
Local guy who called himself the Mountie. And another gentleman, Sylvana Souza.
Yep.
They brought him in for a little while.
Okay.
To help train us. And yeah, that was pretty much it. But basically, it was all the NEW guys who helped train me.
So who else was like in the NEWA guys back then?
Okay, you had Matt and Kyle Storm.
Yep.
You had Anthony Rufo. Robbie. Bad Boy Billy Black.
Okay, yep.
Thrash. Dave Padula.
Yeah, good group.
Guy.
Yeah, I love Dave.
A bunch of. There are a few others that's not coming up to me right off the top of my head because we're talking quite a few years ago. But those are the ones that.
Nice.
And then after we leave, that's when I'll remember.
Of course, that happens all the time. Dave Padula's been a guest here 3 times. Love Dave, great guy.
Great guy, yeah.
How about tell us about your first match?
My first match, I wish it had gone better than what it had. My first match was with, I was with the tag team Fire and Ice. My partner was Inferno. We were going against the Nightmare, and that was Vin Rattay and Steve again.
Okay.
Poor guy, I can't remember his last name. Tag team, they were tag team champions. We were going for the title belts. Of course, we put them over. But the other set of tag team was Matt and Kyle. They were tag
Right.
team together as well.
Right.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific. But I wish it had gone better because I wish I was more trained. They threw me in the ring
Kinda
a little
quick.
bit too soon.
Yeah.
So I didn't make them look as good as I wanted to.
Right. And those guys are fantastic guys. So I know Matt really well. Kyle just a little bit, but I know Matt really well. All right, so let's just jump into your career. See that we're talking about your first match with your tag team. You were a tag team alongside Inferno, who's one of your pretty much a trainer too, Stacy.
Yep.
So how long were you in NEWA?
Rough guess. This is rough
Yep.
because I really can't recall. I want to say 4 years.
Okay.
Is what I want to say.
And you were known as Iceberg back then.
Correct.
Okay. Now you also worked for UCW. You helped create UCW.
I was one
Tell
of
us
the
about that.
co-founders. Well, we didn't care for the direction that the NEWA were going.
Yep.
So my family owned a bar. I
Okay.
was working the bar, and next thing I know, Anthony Rufo's coming in the door. Okay, I don't know him too well, but all right.
Right.
Stacy Lopes walks into the door. Vin Rattay walks into the door, and Steve walks into the door. What are you guys doing here?
Right.
All right, I'll set you up with your drinks,
Yep.
whatever. Said, we're forming a new wrestling organization. I said, we are. He says, yes, we are. Okay. What's it going to be called? We don't know yet. So, at the end, it was called Ultimate Championship Wrestling a few years later.
Right.
At that time, it was Unified Championship
Right.
Wrestling. The reason why we wanted to go with Unified was because we were all in agreement. We wanted to show that everybody is on the same team,
Right.
on the same page,
Yep.
want to get things done and put on a
Right.
good show. And that's how UCW was formed.
Now, how long did you guys run in UCW?
UCW, I want to say, ran until about 2006, is what I want to say.
Right.
So I'm going to say it. Ran until about 2006. Maybe a year later, maybe a year before. And the co-owners came and went.
Okay.
The nice thing about us is, as the founders, we could come and go as we wanted.
Right.
There was no money to be made, and it's just the running of the actual
Right.
thing itself. Anthony was the promoter.
Yep.
I was the guy who went and got money
Yep.
so we can get things, and that's how UCW
Nice.
pretty much went. We had Travis Funk
Yep.
as I'm going to say co-owner for lack of a better
Right.
term. We've had a couple of people come and go. Gary Gold
Yeah.
was another one. Everybody did their part to do what they could to make the show. Everybody had a job to do.
Right.
And a responsibility that needed to get done. So if a person got burned out, they said, all right, I'm done for a little while.
Right.
I just want to wrestle.
Yep.
Or I just want to take a break. So that's pretty much how that went.
Now, with all you guys as being wrestlers, who did you guys use like for young talent? You know, to bring in to fill your shows up.
Well, we had, at that time, for young, I'll say at that time, Kevin Charisma.
Yep.
He's a fantastic
Oh, yeah.
worker.
Definitely.
Then we had quite a few veterans that came in and worked with us. Thrasher came for a very short period of time, which is too bad. I loved his work.
Right.
Thrash. Bad Boy Billy Black, first couple of years, he was, I believe he was our first UCW
Okay.
heavyweight champion. We just had a lot of people that came. Matt was in for a short period of time. Vin was still young, although he was a vet.
Right.
Vin Rattay, but there was just a lot of people that came into the door, and it was great. They were terrific. They came with great attitudes.
Right. Right.
And
That helps.
That was the best thing of them all.
Yeah.
Was they all had wonderful attitudes.
Right.
I can't think of anyone that came in with. Well, I can, but I won't say his name.
All right,
There's
that's
one person
fine.
that came with a bad attitude. But
Right. Yeah, maybe he'll come up in the name game. Who knows? Now, you also worked for International Independent Wrestling. Now, was that Anthony Rufo's company?
I'm not sure if that was a combination of Anthony or Mr. Biggs, or if
Okay.
that was solo Mr. Biggs.
Right.
I'm not too sure. He was using our ring,
Right.
because UCW still existed.
Right.
But I'm not sure if Ant was. I know he was there a lot of times. I know he helped promote it.
Right.
But I cannot say for sure. And
Okay.
unfortunately,
He's coming up later, but we've already brought him up a few times.
Sure.
I want to talk about your friend, the late great Anthony Ruffo.
yeah.
You know, I know I met Anthony when he was when first time I met him, he was working for Jimmy Allen, Trooper Gilmore, down in Blackstone, Mass. But I had seen him like wrestle. That was the first time I met him. Great guy, well loved by everybody. I mean, tell us about your relationship with Anthony.
Well, when I first met Anthony, I couldn't stand him. I met him in NEWA.
Yep.
Thought he was a little conceited. Thought he was cocky. I didn't know him,
Right.
and I thought he just knew. I thought he felt that he was the man. He was the man.
Right.
He helped Rock. He was always there helping Rocco with anything that needed to be done. He'd make the phone calls and
Right.
help get some workers. So I was very surprised when he came in through the door alongside Vin, Stacy, and
Right.
Steve. And they informed me that we are going to start one. And I said, okay, how we're going to do this? And I pulled Stacy aside and I said, what the heck is he doing here?
Right.
I said, well, you'll like him. I said, all right. Come to find out, we became best friends.
Right.
Almost brotherly.
Right.
We became. He needed anything, I was there. I needed anything, he was there.
Right.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, he moved in with me for a short period of time when he got out of the hospital because he needed somebody to take care of him.
Yep.
And then he went back home. And he was going. He was thinking about moving up to Maine when I was living in Maine at the time. I said, "Well, come stay with us for a little while."
Right.
He said, "I'll think about it." He was visiting a friend down in Cape Cod a couple of times, and yeah, he said, "I'm going to come up and visit." I said, "Awesome." Next thing I know, I got a phone call. Yeah. Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Awesome guy.
Very well loved by everybody.
So when they say, your first inclination about another person is usually the right one.
Yeah. It was the wrong one for you. Right.
Because if I had known how great of a person Anthony was, I wouldn't have waited so long.
Right.
Terrific guy.
Yeah. Well, you guys went in together into the New England Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame together in 2008.
Yes.
Tell us about your experience on that. Because
Oh.
Joe runs a hell of a thing, an event.
I was surprised, shocked, tongue-tied. I wasn't expecting anything.
Right.
I knew nothing about it. I don't think anybody knew anything about it.
Was that the first one?
That was the first one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He inducted a lot of you guys that night, too, because I've looked at the history of it.
Yeah. I didn't think I was worthy of it at the time. You're young.
Right. I understand that.
Looking back in hindsight, very appreciative.
Right.
Very, very appreciative of it. Yeah.
Who inducted you? Do you remember?
No, I think it was Joe.
Was it?
Joe
Yeah.
Just announced everyone, if memory serves.
Right. Because he was just starting. So, yeah, he probably just took the ball by and took the bull by the head. He's got a lot of people doing things now. It's a lot different. He's got Rich Palladino. He was going to have Mean Gene Okerlund, but he passed. I mean, Joe puts on a top-notch event.
That's an event you do not want to miss.
Yeah, and I told you off air, I went to the first one last year, and I'm kicking myself that I haven't gone. I should have went to all of them.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
the thing.
independent
Once you go-
wrestling more. Yeah.
Once you go there and you see exactly what it is, you discover, hey,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is really
I think I saw Travis at the last. Were you at the last one too?
I was, yes.
And I remember seeing Travis, and at first I was saying to myself, "Man, he looks like Pete Doherty, but it can't be Pete Doherty because Pete Doherty's got to be 70." But I didn't realize they kind of look similar.
Yes, they do.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. So Joe gave me a lot of these questions.
Sure.
Okay. So this one, you were the last opponent of Chief Dave Fox.
Dave.
And
yes.
and he
Dave.
passed away.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Dave?
Dave was fantastic. The thing about Chief Fox is he comes in and he's just open and just warm.
Yep.
And he says hello to everyone, just
Right.
like everybody's supposed to.
Right,
but
right.
You can tell he means it.
Yeah.
When he says, "Hey, how you doing?" He means it.
Right. Not just going through the motions.
It's not a phony thing.
Right.
Very sincere. Wonderful to work with. He knew maneuvers before they were even coming. I would tell him, "Okay, how about if we do this?" Because we always called stuff in the ring.
Right.
Except for the finish, obviously.
Right.
And he knew. I didn't have to tell him anything.
Nice.
He just knew. He knew the business. He's fantastic. Big loss.
Yeah.
Big
I
loss.
had nothing but great things about him from veterans like yourself. You know what I mean? That knew Dave, because I didn't know Dave.
And he always talked about his family.
Nice.
Always talked about his wife.
Yep.
Always talked about his kids.
You know, it's a good man right there if he's talking about his family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to ask you tell us about Sonny I'm Not Chicken D. I'm interested in this one for sure.
All right. Well, that TV show with Al Bundy.
Okay.
Next door neighbor has this female. I forget which one it was, but she had done something where she did. Why does everybody keep thinking I am a chicken? I am not a chicken. And I saw that. I said, I can work with that.
Right.
So I did something like that. I want to say down in New Bedford.
Okay.
For
Yankee?
Yankee Pro.
Yankee
It's
Pro,
what I
okay.
want to
Yep,
say.
yep.
Is kind of where I started it. And then I said, I want to do this character. So I did. I bought a yellow shirt, wrote the name down. I am not a chicken. And then above it, Sonny, I am not a chicken D. I went out and saw some kind of tights to wear, some color. I haven't got a clue, but I wanted the yellow to show.
Right.
And yeah, I just ran with it. It was terrific. Unfortunately, there's not some good shots of it on YouTube. But,
No, yeah. There a couple though?
there's a couple.
All right.
But
Right. I hear you.
so, but oh my God, what a terrific! And the thing about that character is, that character does everything in his power to prove that he's not a chicken, but
Right.
fails.
Yeah.
And the thing I wanted about that character was that character should never win a match.
Right.
That character is just there to put other people over.
Right.
And that is what I love.
That's awesome. How long did you work for Yankee Pro? Did you work for them a lot?
No.
Okay.
I worked with them. Their own particular show was 3 times.
Okay.
I want to say 3 times.
Right.
And then they decided that they were going to do, between Anthony and Joe, they were going to do an interpromotional thing.
Okay.
Okay. So as the UCW Yankee thing, we did that because at that time they were doing the invasion thing
Right.
with WCW. We thought that would be great.
Yeah.
Co-promotional thing. We would go down there, sell tickets. We didn't take anything. We didn't make any profits.
Right.
We weren't taking any money at the gate. There's nothing to it. And create heat, which we did.
Nice.
The problem was the fans were liking us.
Yeah.
We didn't want the fans to like us. And as much as we healed up,
Yeah.
and we healed up pretty good, the fans were liking us. They were buying UCW shirts,
Right.
making their own UCW shirts, their own UCW posters. And Joe was thinking we were trying to take over. We weren't.
Right. You're just trying to work.
We just want to work.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Right.
And then Anthony said, you know what, maybe he's right. Maybe we're taking too much spotlight, too much stuff away from his own core guys. Because you got your core guys that are faces, you don't want to. And of course, Anthony again. Genius, you know,
smart guy.
Yeah.
Were you around him and Gino when they were tag teaming? Him and Gino Martino? Because that was one of my favorite tag teams when they hooked up in Chaotic. Seriously, the Millennium Killers, love them.
Yes and no, because we were still running UCW at the same time as Anthony was working with Chaotic, and Gino came and worked with us.
Oh, nice.
Quite a few times. As a matter of fact, before, I believe it was before they were partners in Chaotic.
Okay.
I believe Gino was doing breaking bricks, concrete.
He's still doing that stuff today.
Is he really?
He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. He has the thickest skull in the world. Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, swear to God. They measured his skull. Seriously, it's bigger than anybody's skull in the whole world. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and he's doing well for himself. They call him a hammerhead because he's hammering nails with his head. Oh, yeah. Gino's still a great guy. But to see him do all these great things, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I thought, wow, you didn't know that. That's cool. You should look him up when you go home. Definitely look up all that stuff up.
I've been staying away. I guess I should pay attention to that.
All right, well, how about, you had a feud with Robbie Ellis.
Yeah.
And this is the first time Robbie Ellis has been mentioned on this show. And he wrestled, he's from New England. And I can't believe it's taken this long to get him to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your feud with Robbie.
Well, it was with Hardcore Wrestling Federation, Joe Bruin's Fed. He asked me if I'd come and work it. I said, sure. He put me up against Ellis. I don't recall how it went, but I'm face, Ellis is heel, and we just went back and forth. It was 2 out of 3 match was one, 2 out of 3 falls was one, and it was like a best of 3 at 3 different times.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Puts on a good show. Robbie Ellis does. He's a trip. He cracks me up.
Right. Back when he was young, he must have moved quicker. He still wrestles once in a while now, I think.
Does he?
Last time I know he wrestled a year ago. I don't know anything after that. Yeah.
I thought he was done.
Yeah.
Well,
I think he might be done now, but he definitely wrestled like a year ago.
God bless you, Rob.
Yes. All right, listen, we got a lot of. Is there anything from your career that you want us to know before I move on to fan questions?
Yes.
Yes, then please.
UCW.
Yep.
We had a few house shows, which was basically to pay the rent. Other than that, there was no money made.
Right.
Ever. So we decided we're going to do a money show.
Yeah.
We're going to pay all the guys.
Right.
Good money show. And we decided we're going to do this at university in Dartmouth.
Okay.
At that time, I think they were called Dartmouth College at that time. So tickets are sold. We bring in some big name guys. I can't tell you who they are because I'm old.
Right.
In fact, I think I was telling the story to somebody else on Facebook, and I think I got the names wrong. But a couple of Samoan guys come.
Yeah.
Bigger names, big names.
Right.
And I have the wrong names, so I can't tell you who they are.
That's all right.
I called Joe and said, Joe, who are they? And another big namer, and they were going to go against one another, as well as Kevin Charisma and I had a cruiserweight title belt. I can't remember who went over.
Right.
There were just some good matches. At the end of the night, it's time to pay everybody.
Right.
We paid the big name guys off first.
Right.
You know, don't have a choice.
Yep.
You're paying for their flight. You're paying for.
Right.
So, at the end of the night, we're short. How are we short?
Right.
We still got, the local guys.
Yeah.
Paid. What the heck? We were short probably about $600 or $700.
Whoa.
All right. So, Anthony, we got to take care of these guys. He says, oh, yeah, we do. Or Anthony said that to me, and
Right.
whatever, what the case was. So Anthony and I went to the ATM,
Yep.
withdrew the money, and oh my God, buddy's tight. Okay.
Right.
Anthony did the exact same thing. He came up with 300. I came up with 300 or something like that.
Right.
I might have been 250.
Right.
Whatever the case may be, but it was pretty close. So we get back and we pay the guys off.
Right.
Now, again, I can't remember which Simone it was. I had said it was, man, I got the name wrong. I said Safu. What the hell do I know? I'm off.
Alpha, Sika.
Alpha was one of them, is
Yep.
what I believe
It's
in.
probably, if it was probably Sika, because his brothers.
Rikishi, for all I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just
right.
don't remember.
Okay.
And again, Joe Bruin can
Yeah, Joe will fill me in.
fill us in. So at the end of the night, he comes over and he says, I knew you guys weren't leaving these guys hanging. And Anthony said, how'd you know? And he pointed to me and said he'd never leave his kids behind.
Nice.
And I would.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is a great story.
So, yep.
Now, did you get to run more paid shows, or was that just one?
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest were just pretty much freebies. A lot of charities.
Right.
A lot of charities. Happy to do so. There were some guys that we did pay.
Yeah.
Alice and a few other guys.
Right. I got to give you a lot of credit, though, because you've been in the business. A lot of promoters would have just said, sorry, guys. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
They would have said, sorry, guys, but I had to pay them. There's no money left.
Yeah, no,
that's awesome that you guys did that for them. Right.
Yeah, no. Anthony's name was on the line. My name was
Right,
on the line.
right.
As well as Vin and Stacy's, but
Yeah.
Vin and Stacy weren't they weren't responsible
Right.
for it. They're not the ones who made the phone calls.
Okay.
So they wouldn't know their names.
Right.
They knew mine.
Yeah.
They knew Anthony's, and there's no way we were going to come up with a bad rep.
That's awesome. It really is. So you know what I'm talking about, though.
I
Like,
do.
it's plenty of times I've had talk to wrestlers. They're like, yeah, I drove all the way to New Jersey, and they gave me a hot dog and a Coke. I'm like, what? You didn't even get gas, buddy? It's crazy. I got some fan questions before we play the name game.
Sure.
Some are WWE, so I just wanted to let you know that now.
Okay.
My good friend Nathan Fuller's got 3 questions. Sonny, what do you think of NXT?
I think NXT is pretty wild. It gives a lot of people the opportunity to showcase what they can do.
Right.
And it also gives the opportunity for veterans that have been in the independent world,
Right.
but have never had the opportunity,
Yeah.
didn't know where to go.
Right.
You figure all the NWAs are out. There's
Yep.
no more, well, there might be one.
Right, right.
All the
The territories?
territories
Yeah.
are done. So
Yeah, they go
how are
on.
you going to get out there?
Right.
So it gives the people the opportunity to do that. People from NJP, it gives them the opportunity. I mean, when I saw Ricochet
Yeah.
on NXT, I said, that's awesome. My favorite match
Yeah.
is Ricochet and Ospreay.
Yeah.
You know,
Unreal. That match was crazy.
God, yeah. So I think NXT is really, really good.
Nice. Seeing you brought up Ricochet, Dan Bollier, pay attention. Ricochet, you see him being a star? Seriously, can you see him being like one of the faces of the WWE someday?
Yes, but I think it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be really fast.
Right. You think he'll win them over time, like
Over
Daniel
time.
Bryan did?
Exactly. And a few, but I think it's going to be a while because he's very fast.
Yeah.
And what I'm worried about is that people might get sick and tired of seeing the same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
And over and over
Yep.
again. But yes, I think Ricochet can be a
Yeah,
superstar.
me too. I think so too. I just see it. I see it even when he just comes out.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there. You know what I mean?
But I'm afraid he's one of them guys that may have to reinvent himself.
Right.
A few times over, like Jericho.
Yeah.
Had to reinvent himself.
The king of doing that. Jericho, I mean,
Yeah.
just tweak one little thing. He's got a scarf with no shirt on. Now he's got a lip. I mean, the guy's, honestly, one of my favorites because of that. He can do anything.
Yeah.
You know, that was a great comparison.
Yeah.
And like talking about Daniel Bryan real quick, as we mentioned him, that like with Ricochet and Daniel Bryan, how they're different styles, but they go fast. That's one thing I think the fans will take from Ricochet, his speed, you know? And that's what made Daniel Bryan. He was such a hard hitter and fast.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, sorry, Dan, but we got another one that thinks Ricochet is going to be a star. I bust Dan's nuts, okay, because he's been on there like 5 times, and one time he told me he sees Ricochet as a mid-carder. I said, no way. He's not a mid-carder.
It all depends on how they work them.
True, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. What do you think about this year's WrestleMania? Do you think it's going to be great? That's what Nathan wants to know. I don't think so, to be honest with you.
Why?
I just don't think it's going to be. I think the best match of the night is going to be the main event and the women, and I think they deserve that spot. I just think it's going to be hard because now they're saying it's like going to be a 5-hour show. You know, after the 3rd hour, I don't care about anybody. You get tired, even if you're in your house. You get tired watching something for 5 hours. That's the only reason why I don't think it's going to be known as, you know, the greatest WrestleMania or anything. I think the women, though, are going to steal the show.
I think so.
I really do.
I agree.
You know?
Women are fantastic. It's long overdue.
Yeah.
The ones that know how to work, the ones that know, oh my God, the ones, they have them. Tasha?
Yep.
Okay.
Sasha, yep.
Bailey.
Yep.
Charlotte Flair. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
work. And it's not the wrestling.
Right. It's everything.
It's the
package.
character, the way
Yep.
she works it. It's just
I agree.
phenomenal. The man.
Becky Lynch. No, she wrestled around here a little bit too. She wrestled Sheldon a few times.
Really?
Yeah. Sheldon, for some reason, if you look at his old shows,
Yes.
and then you look at them now, you're like, whoa, she wrestled
Yeah.
here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He had a lot of people. Doug Williams had his very first United States match working for Sheldon.
That's what I heard.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think Becky's going to be at the end holding up the title. I don't think they built her this way to not win. And this thing with Ronda.
But you got SummerSlam right around the corner.
True. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Oh,
It's going to be interesting.
it's going to be interesting.
You know, because one side of me says, what if Ronda does decide to really punch them in the mouth? No, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, what are they going to do? How are they, you know?
It's out. But, what's his name's cousin there? The big woman there.
Oh, Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
Yeah.
One punch from her, you're out too.
Yeah. Took a while, though, for her to really get it, though. I thought they brought her, me and my co-host, Derek, my old co-host, we used to say that all the time, brought her up way too early. She was not, she could have used another year.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
But when she's related to The Rock, and, you know, and she could talk, you knew she could talk right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I'm definitely looking forward to the women's match. I'm not really looking forward to the Brock and the Seth Rollins match. I'm not.
No, me either. I am curious as to what Dave Bautista and
Yes.
Triple H are going to do.
We know Triple H can definitely still go, no matter what. He's one of the great. He really is. Not just because we're from New England. He really is that good. He is the game.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
You know? But it should be good. It should be fun no matter what, Nathan. I know you're going to enjoy it, buddy. All right. He wants to know, what's our favorite WrestleMania match of all time? I'm going to say the same one. It's Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker was my favorite.
Anything that had Owen Hart in it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think was probably my favorite for the most part.
Was Owen your favorite? One of them, at least?
I would say that my favorite is Ricochet.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Out of
He's
all.
one of mine, too.
I've been watching it since the 70s.
Yeah, me too. 72.
Yeah. Victor Rivera.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I like Victor Rivera.
Yeah, I liked him, too. I did. And I've always been looking for the thing where he used to tag team with Chief Jay. Not as a champion or anything, but that. And I've never been able to find anything on YouTube of that. I'm hoping the network will finally put something, because they haven't gone past 75 yet on, like, the television shows. All-Star Wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, it goes only as far back as 75. So I'd like to see him push it back till at least 72 when I started watching.
More with the 3 W's in the front.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's still my favorite era. I watch more. I watch just as much of that wrestling today as I do of anything else.
Yeah.
But I love NXT too. I think it's a great show.
Bobo Brazil. I'm sorry.
Oh, Bobo's great. Yeah.
Yeah, he was another one of my.
The Cocoa Black. Dan Bolia, my friend we were just talking about and talking to. What's your favorite promotion you've ever worked for?
I would have to say ours.
Yeah.
UCW. I mean, there were times even when I wasn't involved in the running of it, I was actually just working the matches by itself. Probably because I spent the most time there.
Yep.
I knew people, so I will have to say ours.
Nice. Okay. Jesse Martineau wants to know, I don't know if you follow this at all, like Chaotic or anything, but you know Christian Casanova, a young guy from around here?
Right.
Well, I'll just answer it for him.
Right.
Christian Casanova is the new Chaotic champion. His career really seemed to take off when he was paired with Triplicious. I don't know if you know Triplicious.
I'm not afraid of that.
Why don't more wrestlers get a manager? You can answer that, but why don't more? It's actually, they faded them out, but I think it should come back.
I think managers should be there for the people who don't know how to work the mic.
Yes.
Who don't know how to work their character.
Yep.
So they need a little help.
Right.
You don't find too many people that want to come in and just manage either.
Right.
For that much as well. Cena Senior.
Yep.
John Cena Senior. I think he does a good job.
Yeah, he does.
But you need to find somebody that wants to do it.
Yeah.
But also understand that they're the manager. They're not the wrestler.
Right. He's there to help you.
Yeah. So I think that's the main reason why there aren't as much managers anymore.
There's two managers that used to manage here in New England, and they're fairly on the younger side that are phenomenal. I don't know if you ever heard Adam Barasano.
Yes.
He worked for Sheldon and a bunch of other companies, Chaotic. He wrestled as the Rock God, Brett Adams, and Adam Barasano, and Sean Gorman. Sean was really good. He used to manage DC Dillinger and Eddie Edwards. I mean, one of the best managers I've ever seen locally.
Yeah.
He had more heat. People wanted to literally punch him in the face because he was so arrogant.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is he's like that in real life.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean? So it's not, you know what I mean? Well, I'm sorry, Sean, if you're not. You come across as arrogant. I've said it here before. Whatever. He's good at it. He'd like that. I guarantee you. That kid would see, I'm doing my job if you think I'm arrogant.
That's true.
You know?
But I can give you an example of someone who was really good at managing was Dave Jackson.
Okay.
Dave Jackson wrestled as the Reverend.
Yes,
at
that's why I've
NWA.
heard that name before. Okay, yes.
As a matter of fact, he created NEWA.
Oh, wow.
And then Rocco came
Okay.
after, and then Rocco took over. Dave Jackson went from, because he was Inferno's partner.
Oh, he was
prior
it?
to me.
Okay.
Terrific guy. But afterwards, when he couldn't wrestle anymore, he managed.
Okay.
But the way he managed is the way you want a manager should
Right.
manage. It was phenomenal. He did it. He knew his stuff. He knew the game.
Yep.
He was in the ring. Of course, he knows the game. So he knew exactly. It was fantastic.
I remember seeing an interview with Bobby Heenan, and he had said that for him, I managed like a wrestler, and I wrestled like a manager. And I didn't understand it, but then he went into it and explained it, and I was like, wow, that's why he's one of the greatest of all time, Bobby Heenan.
What a great mind.
Oh, absolutely.
There'll never be another Heenan.
No. Scott Beckham wants to know, who are 3 guys you wish you worked, locally and nationally? That's a tough question. It makes you think.
Yeah. Locally, that I wish I wrestled but never did. Baker. Brickhouse Baker.
Brickhouse.
He was in Yankee, same time as I am. I was, obviously. I did a battle royal for Yankee. It was a fun battle royal. I don't even think he was in that battle royal. I think he was involved in some other story.
Right.
Brickhouse Baker, I think it would have been awesome to wrestle Ashworth. I've wrestled. So locally, I would probably have to say Jose
Jose
Perez.
Perez.
Him
You
and
never wrestled him either, though?
No.
Wow.
No, I mean,
Him and Brickhouse had years of wrestling each other.
him and I were both in NEWA.
Right.
Matter of fact, Jose taught me a few things as well.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, terrific
Really
guy.
is.
As well as Kevin Charisma.
Yeah.
Awesome. Brother-in-laws.
Right.
Terrific people. His wife, Claudia.
Oh, love her.
Terrific. Yeah, he's another one that I never worked with.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's only two that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
International, could have been anybody.
Right.
Owen. I would have loved to work Owen.
Probably Ricochet. You brought him up a couple times.
I think Ricochet would just...
You'd be tired, huh?
Are you kidding me?
I see you
He'd be in the
standing
other
in the
corner.
corner.
I'll
Right.
still be looking in that direction.
But Owen, though, yeah.
Owen, yeah. From what I've read
Right.
and what I've seen,
Yep.
I think it would have been.
Yeah, he definitely would have ribbed you, too.
Yeah, oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, well, if he ripped me, I knew I was in his good graces.
That's true. Brickhouse Baker says, were you ever a slap leg wrestler?
And I know what he means by that.
Yep.
No, I was a slap chester.
Okay.
So, matter of fact, I think slap leg really came out after me.
Okay.
Maybe just after I got done.
Right.
But no, it was the chest.
Okay.
Sorry, Baker.
Jared Hall, I'm going to ask this question, but silly. Do you prefer tuna or chicken salad?
And I know why you asked, but neither. I prefer fruit salad.
Do you know Jared?
No.
Kid Crazy? Kid Crazy.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He's right. He's like, him and Maverick Wild crack me up on Facebook. They go back and forth like razzing each other. It's hilarious. Good friend of the show, Anthony Mark Balkas, wants to know, who are some of the guys that you look up to in the business? I think you pretty much named most of them, but...
I can tell you the guys I looked up to locally.
Yeah.
Bad Boy Billy Black. Anthony.
Yep.
Once I got to know him, I looked up to him because of his demeanor.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And Thrash was another one. I don't know why. I just thought they were... I just looked up to him.
Nice.
Vin Matei was another one I looked up to. He wrestled as Draven and Nightmare.
Yeah, that was Matt's partner. Draven, right? Matt West's partner later?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
They were a good team, too.
Yeah, and he was Draven with UCW. He created Draven with UCW. Matter of fact, when's your book coming out, Draven?
Yeah, let's get a book.
Book coming out eventually.
Nice. That guy I brought up earlier, Sean Goldman, wrote 2 books.
He did.
Yeah, and the first one I can't wait to get. I have to get it. I got to get him on here. I think that he'd be a great guest.
Make sure he signs it.
Oh, absolutely. Andy's got one more question, then we'll go on to the name game. What company have you not worked for that you wish you did?
All of them.
Yeah?
Yeah. Chaotic.
Yeah.
I never did work. Chaotic. And Matt and Kyle's.
PWF.
Yes, I never worked PWF.
That was a good little promotion.
That's what I heard.
Right, and they had a little thing going where there was a PWF up in the Pennsylvania area. Carino was running it.
Oh,
and then they opened one down here, and they were somewhat affiliated.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Matt used to go up there and wrestle, and I know this for a fact only because like one of my favorite independent wrestlers was Trent Acid, and Trent used to wrestle up there too, and I know they know each other from that because the Backseat Boys had a lot of matches against, well, a few matches against the Damned.
Yeah.
Which was a great tag team. They were really good, both teams.
Yeah.
Let's get into the name game. How about, gosh, there's so many of them. Danger Boy Alfredo.
Danger Boy Alfredo. Well, we re-met in the HWF is when we re-met, but we originally met back in 1980, I want to say 83, in college.
Oh, wow.
Rhode Island College. We both went to school there. He tagged with Wolverine. I tagged with Dana Kama, another good worker.
Yep.
Terrific worker. Unfortunately, our match wasn't as good. Really didn't do justice.
Right.
So, but he's a DJ, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And his partner Wolverine. Pretty much the same answer? Or do you have something different for him?
Chris, let me tell you something about Wolvie. Wolvie, terrific guy. Met him in NEWA. He really didn't train me. He was busy doing his own thing.
Right.
Which was cool. And I was usually there early, and I left about half hour
Right.
before training ended. Wolvie's a trip. We wrestled a few great matches, and then afterwards we'd go out croaking. Ain't no stopping us now. And then I got. It took a while, but I convinced Anthony to have Wolvie over for a match, and we had one match out there in Uxbridge, if I remember Uxbridge. It was a good match. Wolvie put me over. Thanks, Wolvie. I owe you one, and I heard you're back in the ring. So,
Oh, wow.
if you want me to pay you back, I'll pay you back.
It's funny because I used to see their names in like Wrestling Review magazine, because they do like, in territories a little bit, and I always read their names all the time.
Yeah.
How about Tiny the Terrible? Have to bring Tiny up.
Dougie cracks me up. Dougie's probably, they were a clique. It seemed that way. Anthony, Dougie, and Hap Nelson.
Okay.
It seemed that way in the NEWA days. And then when we got to UCW, Tiny worked with us for a few times. Tiny's a one of a kind. You'll never find another person like him.
Right.
You'll never see another person like him, but he's a trip.
Nice. Good friend of mine,
Yes.
Dave Donovan. You know Dave? The Cowboy from Hell. He did some wrestling, I know, for Primal Conflict. Joe gave me the name, so I'm hoping.
We could have worked, but
Right.
his thing, I think it's one of those things where I need to see his face.
Right. Okay.
The name. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm very, very sorry. I bet you're probably a heck of a guy. But no,
He is a heck of a guy. He's a crazy guy and a pretty damn good workout, but I'll say crazy guy first.
Okay.
Love Dave. How about Travis Funk?
Travis Funk.
Yeah.
When I first met Travis Funk, it was UCW. He wasn't running UCW. He wasn't co-running it.
Okay.
At the time, he came and worked for us. It was, I want to say Franklin. For some reason, somehow, some way, we had a what is that called? Where you tie the rope to each other and then you got it.
A tag match?
No, tie the rope. I mean, it's a long rope. You know what I'm talking
yes,
about.
I do. A cowbell match or whatever.
Well, whatever the case, it's a long
Right.
long rope and it's attached to your
Bull rope.
opponent. Thank you. And that's and so I hit him with that sucker first.
Yeah.
Boom! I was heel. He's baby, and it was a fantastic match. It was a title match, heavyweight match. Later on, you're right. Time does fly.
I told you, it's way fast.
Later on, we
fast.
became tag team partners,
Yep.
and we're good friends to this day. We do business together, and
Nice.
he's just a great man, good family man. Love his kids, love
Nice.
his wife.
Well, I see that you guys in the picture of the New England Hall of Fame that Joe's putting up. I see
Yes.
you guys are together in that.
We'll be
Yeah.
together signing autographs at
Nice.
the Fan Fest,
Excellent.
and we will be at the Hall of Fame. And when is Fan Fest?
The Fan Fest is the next day, the 8th. The Hall of Fame induction is going to be Friday. He kind of switched them this year.
June 8th.
June 7th and 8th. So June 8th is the Fan Fest.
June
June 7th is the induction to the Hall of
I
Fame.
hope I see you guys there.
Oh, I hope we see everybody there. It's going to be awesome.
That was a plug.
There you go. See that, Joe? We're plugging your stuff. I share all the stuff from Joe, too, because he's such a good guy. You know what I mean? He really is. How about a guy that I like a lot, Widowmaker?
Widowmaker, great worker. He's just fun to be around. He's stiff.
Yeah.
Widowmaker's stiff. If you're not, if you don't give it back to him,
he's just gonna beat you up.
But Eric's a terrific guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you a real quick story. One time I took my girl to a wrestling show. It was for Trooper Gilmore.
Yes.
I say, take pictures of
good guy.
Yeah. I say, take pictures of the match for me. Yeah. I go home that night. There's 40 pictures of Widowmaker. I said, oh, I think I found something that you like. There was 2 pictures of every other match, but 40 strictly of him. I'm like, thanks a lot. But yeah, that's funny, right? I mean, use your girl, but you give her the camera, the phone, whatever, the phone. It was hilarious. How about Dangerous Donnie Rotten?
Donnie Rotten.
Who I want to get on here.
Him and I never worked together either. He NEWA. He was one of the main stars of NEWA, along with I can't remember the other fellow's name, but I'm sorry, Donnie Rotten. I was thinking of a different Donnie. Donnie Rotten. long curly hair.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a trip.
He still got it too.
Back.
He does. He still has long curly. Yeah. Works for Brick House.
We did a show again for Tony Ellis.
Yeah.
And evidently Donnie Rotten was invited, and we were the guys giving him a ride home. Off camera, I'll have to tell you a story about Donnie Rotten, but. He's another trip. He's a good guy. He worked for us quite a few times.
Nice. So like I said, he does a lot of the House of Bricks. That's what the company Brick House is running.
Awesome.
Yeah. How about Vertebraker?
Vertebraker. He was a young upcoming talent when he first started with UCW. Excellent guy. Fast, working, cruiserweight all the way.
Right.
Awesome kid. Awesome kid. Great attitude.
Yeah. Nice.
Positive.
How about Bert Centeno? Bert Centeno, yeah.
Love Bert Centeno. Bert, him and I worked a couple of matches. He is, like Kevin Charisma, one of the most terrific people you ever want to work with as well. Like Scott Ashworth, he easy to work with.
Right.
Oh my God, his attitude. He usually comes with his wife when he can. She's a terrific lady.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her to death. A wonderful person.
How about El Mascarado?
Oh, El Mascarado.
Yeah.
Well, him and I he tried to take the damn belt away from me, that son of a gun.
Good, he's got a nice wife, too.
That's what I hear.
How about Sandy Starr?
Sandy Starr. She's a trip. She always comes with a wonderful attitude. UCW, she didn't care. She'll wrestle a guy. As long as she could get in the ring, that's what she wanted to do. She just wanted to have fun, get in the ring. Male, female, she didn't care.
Right. She's good, too.
Yep.
We already talked about Kevin. You talked a lot about Kevin Cruz. How about old school Derek Destiny?
Derek Destiny was another fun guy. Out of everybody I ever met, he's the one who had the most wonderful attitude of them all. He'd come over and he looked shy, timid, stuff like that. But he wasn't. It's just the way he seemed, the perception he gave, but a wonderful guy.
Nice. How about T.J. Ritka? He must have been a youngest.
He was a young up-and-comer as well.
Good, man.
Fantastic worker.
Yeah.
We loved having him. Anytime him and Vertebraker both, anytime they were free, they would come. They were hungry. Great worker.
He works a little for Brick House too.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if he's on every show, but I know not too long ago he had posted he was a referee. He also teams up with a girl there to like intergender matches. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Superstar Butch Petrello.
Butch was one of the guys that came and helped run NAWA for a while as well. Nice guy, funny attitude. There were times where you know, sorry, Butch. Well, you're upstairs now, but there were times where we needed to tell you to shut the heck up, please. But he was a trip. He was a character all on his own.
Right.
What you saw on camera is the way he was in real life.
Right.
The gentleman you were describing.
Before we run out of time, Joe Bruin.
Joe Bruin. Joe Bruin I met, I believe, originally as a fan of NEWA. And then from there, UCW, and he came and announced for us.
And he had that public access show for a long time, too.
Yeah. But he announced for us for the longest time. Then he asked us to go on his public access show. I think we were one of the first guests. I believe.
Cool.
It was fantastic. And from there, I was at his wedding. DJ'd his wedding.
Yeah, nice.
It was fantastic. Great wife, awesome kids, great family, terrific mom. The work that he's done with FanFest.
He's done a lot for New England independent wrestling.
Yes, he really has.
Yeah, he needs to go into his Hall of Fame.
He does.
He really, and he's going to say no, but he really does.
He does things behind the scenes that people just don't know, and there's no way to... he's done so much more than I could ever say because I don't know.
Right. No, he's just a fantastic guy. How about our gorgeous Gino Giovanni?
Gorgeous Gino Giovanni, NEWA.
Yeah.
I don't think him... No, that's not true. We did work one match together. But good guy. Unfortunately, he never came to work for us at UCW. No. I don't recall.
Okay.
He might have one time, but I wish he did.
Right.
Talented son of a gun.
Here's a guy I saw yesterday in Concord, New Hampshire, wrestling for Injustice for Brawl 2. Punisher, Don Vega.
Don Vega.
Awesome.
Don Vega's fantastic. I love his attitude. I love his father. His father is one of the best as well. I can't say enough good things about Punisher. I wish I had listened to his father, because his father asked me years ago to bring him into NEWA. And NEWA at the time said, no, nobody under 18 can go.
Right.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
I should have listened to his father, because his father came to the bar and asked me.
Wow.
And so I cannot say that I helped Punisher along.
You could have almost.
I could have almost. No, I wish.
He is so good, man. Like yesterday's match was incredible. Yeah. It was a tag team match. Him and somebody else against Tony Atlas and somebody else. And I'll tell you, man, the match was incredible. Big part of Dawn. Yeah. Sonny, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, we're out. Peace.
Later.